Auto Glass Perfection is a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. From stone chip repair, glass replacement, to commercial fleet auto glass services, Auto Glass Perfection will meet and exceed your satisfaction. Plus, they accept all types of auto insurance. For more, go to agperfection.com. The excitement of Arizona high school lacrosse is addictive. The Arizona Lacrosse League invites you to watch, support, and play lacrosse. It's one of the fastest growing sports, and the action and excitement will keep you coming back. To join a team in your area or to find out about a game in your area, go to ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com. The Arizona Lacrosse League is on the air, and it's our game of the week as we venture to North Scottsdale and Chaparral High School as the Firebirds play host to the Gilbert Tigers. Chaparral coming in with a record of 8-2, while Gilbert comes in with a record of 5 wins and 4 losses. Jeff Lowry with you, APN Sports. Jackson O'Hare, one of the key contributors to the team this year, hoping to have a big game against this tough offense. Gavin Chris, their leading scorer this year with 40 points coming in for the Tigers. And Chandler Bowyer, who has also had a stellar season. He has scored 27 points, third on the team. And this is a team that has struggled of late, coming off a 12-5 loss at the hands of Desert Vista. But Frankie Armenta has done a sensational job since becoming the head coach of this team 4 years ago. Chaparral on the other side, they're playing their best lacrosse of the year, fresh off a 15-6 win over Sabino thanks to the defense of Noah Plotkin. And a couple of outstanding players on the defensive side. You saw a couple of them there, including Jeff Block. Trevor Wendt has been one of the mainstays on this Firebird team. Offensively, of course, Bluin and Felix, to name a couple. And then Ian Nadell, the face-off player that has done so well this year. And Gilbert will have to really contest him here today. Austin Gray is in his 3rd year as head coach. We'll be back with the play-by-play action coming to you from the home of the Chaparral Firebirds when they won the championship back in 2011. They're trying to get back to that. It's our Arizona Lacrosse League game of the week, and it's coming up next. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Reserve your next sporting event today with APM Video Sports. Call 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apmvideo.com. Our athlete recruitment films have paved the way to over $35 million in scholarship offers. Today's game is being brought to you by the Arizona Lacrosse League and our Encore Gamecast. Go to ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com for more. And we'd like to welcome you back to Chaparral's Firebird Stadium for the game between the Gilbert Tigers and the Chaparral Firebirds. You're watching Arizona High School Lacrosse in our game of the week here on APN. Carson Davis, the outstanding senior goalie, going up against Bryson Williams. And we're ready for the opening face-off. Ian Nadell has had a monster year with 117 face-off wins going up against Gavin Christ. And this could be an area tonight that Gilbert's going to have to, even if they don't win at face-off, they're going to have to make some headway in that area. And already down 1-0 in the face-off battle as Nadell gets a ground ball and takes it all the way in. But the bounce shot goes completely over the crossbar, and Chaparral was closest to the back line on the shot. Chaparral comes in with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses as they settle in their 6-on-6, led by Russ Gilligan. And now coming into the game is Charlie Felix. They try to do that so many times with number 25, so he has some momentum when he gets it. And now the shot taken by Trevor Wendt, who we featured in our pregame show. And, well, he finds the promised land with 11:26 left to play here. And they're going to rule that an unassisted goal in our second face-off coming up here. So Went gives the Chaparral Firebirds the win. Chaparral with their second possession off face-off, and both belong to Ian Nadell, but he slipped on this turf. And the ground ball belongs to Chris. Chris quickly over on goal line extended right, and the shot was taken that time by number 21, Chandler Bowyer. And the ball was stopped by Carson Davis, the goalie. They have instilled a two-goalie system here at Chaparral with Wyatt Hill, the junior, who will probably start the second half. Boy, that's an outstanding ride. Get it into the offensive half for Trevor Wynn. 1-0 lead here in the first. We're a couple of minutes into the contest. Apparently a failure to advance, and now Gilbert will bring it into the offensive half. The Tigers have won just 2 games in their last 7 games. We mentioned they are coming off a 12-5 loss at the hands of the defending Arizona Lacrosse League champion, the Desert Vista Thunder. Chaparral coming off a 15-6 win down in Tucson as they defeated the SaberCats 15-6. Their next game coming up will be at home, and that'll be against the Glendale Vipers, while the Tigers will have Notre Dame next Tuesday over at their home park at Gilbert Christian Middle School or junior high school. 34 seconds into this contest. Trevor Went scored and gave Chaparral the early 1-0 advantage. You see 35 over there, Justin Gray, having a tremendous season and has really picked up his game, the long stick midfielder. This is going to be a turnover with 9:31 on the clock, first quarter action. Dante Montiel. And it was broken up by Carter Smith. Excellent job. Can he scoop up the ground ball? He does. Takes it to the rack, and he was turned away by Bryson Williams. A tremendous save that time by the Gilbert Tiger goalie. And that keeps the game at 1-0 in favor of the Chaparral, coming out in the red shorts and the white tops. And the all-dark uniform with the gold trim is the Gilbert Tigers. 1-0 lead inside of the 9-minute mark here in the first. And taking the shot, coming up empty-handed, was Jackson O'Hare. And a ground ball and a beautiful clear as Chaparral trying to add on to a 1-0 lead by Gray. Justin Gray, the senior long stick midfielder, who had a monster game against Notre Dame last week, where he scored 4 goals and had 1 assist and was just tremendous from start to finish in that contest. Carter Smith, number 9. Outstanding attackman. You talk about Dante Montiel, number 88, will need to have a big game here tonight. And Mitch Streve, number 4, another one of the standouts for this Gilbert Tiger team. Chaparral, the winningest program in Arizona lacrosse history, has Felix way out top. He'll be picked up there by Gavin Chris, their leading scorer on offense, but required to play a little defense here. Now the dodge and the left-handed shot as he went to his dominant hand, Zach Weller. And the junior shot is no good, and that was strong defense by Jackson O'Hare. On the restart, Bluen left that one high. And a good backup by Avery Brown on the far side. He'll be picked up by Carter Lyman, and they'll work it up top. 1-0 Chaparral. We're in the first period. Bluen, only a sophomore, but he has had a prolific scoring season this year, leading his Chaparral Firebirds with 34 points. Another opportunity and another save for Bryson Williams in goal for the Gilbert Tigers. Good job. They put pressure on the goalie, and they throw it away. And Chaparral will get it. And on the quick restart, here's Carter Smith attacking. This is his favorite area, but he is pushed into the crease. And this should give it back to Gilbert. Nope, this is going to be Chaparral possession with 6:57 left to go, opening quarter. Bluen on the restart, 20 goals coming in, but he's got 14 assists. 26 ground balls. Out to Gilligan. Gilligan, one of the players I think that this Chaparral team hopes that they can get a little more scoring out of. Yeah, another option to go along with some of the outstanding players like Charlie Felix, Bluen, and Carter Smith. That one's going to be out of play. That'll be a turnover most likely, or are they going to give it back to Chaparral? Nope. Good call by the officials, and we'll get the... So Montiel on the restart has to go the length of the field there for the pass. And broken up. Good defense there. And it's picked off by Plotkin. And he's coming the other way. He finds Bluen left of the crease. And Bluen has scored to give Chaparral a 2-0 lead with 6:16 left to play here in the first.
Assist 33, Noah Plotkin.
So Plotkin will be credited with the assist. Cade Bluen scoring his 35th point of the year on 21 goals this season, and boy, what a first quarter of play for Ian Nadell, the sophomore. He has dominated. He has had 4 straight face-off wins, but they go with an unforced turnover here, and now the restart belongs to Lyman. Get it over to Williams. 2-0 Chaparral, and Chaparral's done a great job contesting every pass. Christ got in close. So a nice job on the defense by Neil Connell. And now they quickly bring it into the offensive half. This is Trevor Wen, who scored the game's first goal at the 11:26 mark. We're approaching the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 1, and the Chaparral Firebirds playing at home leads it 2-0. Trevor Wen. Great night for Arizona High School lacrosse. Temperatures in the low 70s to start with, and rattling the back of the cage, Charlie Felix, and all of a sudden it's 3-0 in favor of Chaparral with 5:13 left to go here in period number 1. 5th face-off of the game coming up. So Chaparral battling for the face-off possession, and they will get another one. They're 5 for 5 in that category, and here's Justin Gray restarting. And don't be fooled with the long stick. This is a young man who, of course, in his senior year, can score even though he is in that long stick midfield position. Tell you, this state's got 2 outstanding long stick midfielder. Similar player in Cade Van Raphorst over there at Desert Vista. Big swirling shot there by Carter Smith and turned away. A big ground ball by Zach Weller keeps it alive for the Firebirds here in the first. They lead it by a score of 3-0. Smith the Bluen out of X, and he'll be picked up defensively by Montiel. Good defense there. Good job of sliding down and coming up with a nice defensive stand there. Over to Weller. Out front, clogging up the crease area, and the ground ball belongs to Jackson O'Hare. Plays football over at Perry High School, and here they come as the Gilbert Tigers get a nice long play here from Timothy Blum. A good ride. Had the build-up, but getting back was the Chaparral Firebirds looking good. And they take the shot, but it was outside the net. And a big ground ball for the Firebirds, and they try to clear it out of their own half with Gilligan. And we're going to get warning against Russ Gilligan and the Chaparral Firebirds, so a quick start here to see if the Tigers can get on the board. They take the shot, partially deflected by the goalie Davis. A second effort, and at point-blank range turned away was Bryson Palmer by Carson Davis. Well, it doesn't get much better than that. A tremendous play. Gilbert on the restart far side. Referee blocked 65, applying the pressure on the second leading scorer, or rather, that's Jacob Cochran, excuse me. And now up top, here's Gavin Christ. 40 points coming in, and with the big left it wide right. And again, a nice job by Carson Davis, who has saved nearly 60% of the shots on goal, and I think he got a piece of that one. Gilbert on the restart. Ball stayed in play. They'll get over to Bryson Palmer, their second leading scorer with 31 points this year. A balanced score. He has 17 goals and 14 assists. 3-0 lead here for the Chaparral Firebirds. They come in with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses, and right now sitting in that number 3 spot in the playoffs. Gilbert really needing a victory here. We got a timeout. Gilbert takes a timeout. That's their first. And they trail 3-0. You're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League on APN Video Sports, brought to you by Auto. Well, let's see if the timeout can help Freddie Armenta's team. They have given up 4 goals here, or 3 goals, and trail 3-0 here in the first period. And you got to give some credit to Chaparral. This defense has been stingy, and their defense has definitely been a strong point here in 2015 for the Firebirds. Chaparral leads it 3-0. Good. And talking about good defense, Jeff Block. Excellent job there. And so far, Gilbert just not getting very many good looks at that Chaparral crease. Nice clear up ahead. Here's Went. Scored the game's first point at the 11:26 mark here in this opening period of play. Chaparral, as we mentioned, they got the Vipers at home. That's their next game. Then they play at Corona on the 24th, next Friday. And some people think that might not be a bad game either. Good takeaway here. And the Gilbert Tigers will rush out of their defensive half and get it across the halfway line. Now in the hands of Jackson O'Hare. He moves left and shoots. And a relatively routine save there for Carson Davis, but a good job. Getting pressure, but getting it across the line was Brolin White. And now the Firebirds looking to settle in. On offense with a 3-0 lead here. Final moments of quarter number 1. And here's thought maybe they were going to take the shot there. Here's Chad with it. And over to Carter. And Carter may have had that shot disrupted by the quick slide by Braden Biggs. Good job by Biggs for the Gilbert Tigers. So Chaparral will get it. And the closest man to that back line when the shot went out of play. 6-on-6 offense. They lose it, but Charlie Felix, or rather, takes the shot and then left that wide. Now Shap on a quick restart well before the whistle. Here's Carter, and he's got it. Carter Smith scoring.
Number 9, Carter Smith.
Cade Bluen on the assist with 3.9 seconds left to go, and it's 4-0. And this will take us to the end of quarter number 1. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Well, it's a good start for the Chaparral Firebirds playing at home in search of their 9th win through their first 11 games. They own a 4-0 lead, and they have just won their 6th straight face-off battle, and Ian Nadell has 5 of them, who's done a great job coming in with 117 face-off wins through 11 games. And that has been a trouble area here tonight for the Gilbert Tigers, and if they're going to make a comeback, they're going to have to take some strides in that area. Here's Gray going to work, swimming through the defense, goes up her ship, and he's found the promised land. Gray unassisted, and a great way to start quarter number 2 for the Firebirds, who bolt out in front 5-0. So Justin Gray scoring his 13th goal of the year. He has 18 points on 60 ground balls this year. Chaparral wins another face-off possession. Nadell, who many times is a Fogo, face-off and then get off, and that's what he's going to do here, as he will hand the ball off to Russell Gilligan. He's in possession of it. And the Firebirds leading 5-0. Went, number 36, and around the horn, Bluen. Over to Avery Brown, the tremendous speed of Brown. Out to Gilligan. Gavin Christ, I'll tell you what, this is a young man, not only from a scoring standpoint, shot taken by Chaparral, saved by Williams. But Gavin Christ he is all over the field and tremendous hustle from the start to the end of every game, and he's had a tremendous couple of seasons. Ground ball and picked up there by Barrett Prosh. Now the Chaparral Firebirds, Noah Plotkin, the defender, bringing it into the offensive half. Avery flashes the attack area, and they'll reset it on the far side. 5-0 lead. Chaparral leads it here in quarter number 2. Cade Bluen, the sophomore, club leader in scores this year. Club leader in total points. The goal leader for Chaparral is Carter Smith with 29, but Carter has just the 1 assist for 30 points. Cade Bluen has 34 points coming in.
Save it.
Bluen has scored twice here tonight, so he's up to 36 points on the strength of 22. Here's Carter going to work, and the big left hand, which he is notorious for, that dominant left. And he was off just a little bit. Chaparral's done a great job of backing up all their shots. I think they've had the possession as Avery Brown pulls the trigger. And they have virtually had possession on every shot they have missed here tonight. Plus, they're 7 for 7 on faceoffs. Felix out front, flashed the middle. Looked like a pretty decent pass. I think he saw some good inside defense there. Carter Lyman may have got a stick on that. Not sure. That happened so fast. Now Smith on the alley far side. He's got it. Work it to X to Bluen. Back over to Avery Brown. 5-0 Chaparral. We're in the second period. Here's Gilligan going to work. That right hand, and he will show some patience. Chap may want a timeout. This has been a long possession. And so many times you'll see a coach call a timeout if they can't get one to go, and it's a long possession like this.
Nice.
Smith on the loose ball and gets the big ground ball, and, well, right on cue, Chaparral calls the timeout, leading 5-0. This is the Arizona Lacrosse League's Game of the Week on APN Video Sports. For more on our services, and of course it's never too late to reserve your next game on video. APN has made some great strides here in the last year of delivery options, so give us a call. Our phone number is on our website at apnvideo.com. Carter Smith going to work with a 5-0 lead. Shot was a little wide. Another quick restart. Boy, Chaparral's done a great job with the quick restarts here tonight. Cade Bluen, Gilligan, and Al out top. Felix with a big right hand. Wide left. Right now, if time of possession is a factor, which I would say it is, Chaparral has dominated that area. Carter Smith from Felix, and it's 6-0. Felix with his second point of the day. A 6-0 lead with 7:47 left to play here in the first half. Chaparral, I'll tell you what, I think when we were talking about this matchup at the beginning of the season, the games that we wanted to have on our Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week, and I understand that Gilbert lost a lot of senior players over the offseason, but we thought this was going to be an outstanding game. This Gilbert team is Definitely one of the better, well-coached teams in the state of Arizona. But right now, they have failed to win a face-off. They are 0 for 8, and they are getting killed in time of possession. I know that's more of a football term. But they get a good ground ball here, and you get the feeling that as Biggs brings it into the offensive half, I think right now Gilbert just simply needs to get on the board, break the ice, and then start a comeback from there. This is a very talented team, well coached as we said. But right now they just seem a little out of sync, and they got to get number 15 going. He takes a shot, and there it is, their first goal of the contest. Gavin Chris scoring at the 6:51 mark here, and it's 6-1. The lead cut to 5. So another face-off job done well by Ian Nadell. 9 up and 9 down for Chaparral. They've won all 9 face-offs. As he's the face-off get-off, and now coming back into the ball game is Trevor Went. But boy, what a clutch goal there by Gavin Christ. And did the Gilbert Tigers need that in a big-time way? Yes, they did. As we approach the halfway point of quarter number 2, and Gilbert finally on the board. It took him almost a quarter and a half to get on the board against what has been a very pesky, tenacious Chaparral defense. Gilligan in the Carter Smith, and another tremendous save by Bryson Williams. And that, I'll tell you, one of the top plays we've seen here tonight. Outstanding job by the Gilbert Tigers. Good defense by Carter. He's got the takeaway, gets the ground ball, gives it up, and another shot turned away by Williams. Well, some outstanding action going on here in this one. And Gilbert will have it, but now must try to clear. Noah Plotkin applying the pressure over there on the far side. And here's the Tigers trying to get their second goal of the contest. Bryson Palmer, number 7, with an outstanding ride along the far alley. And now here's the dodge straight out top. Here's Biggs. Biggs gives it up. And out in front of the crease, it's broken up by that Chaparral defense. Ground ball, Brant Bills, and he's going to ride it into the attack zone. Here's Bills looking to pass this one off. Instead, he shoots, and well, that's the 4th consecutive shot that has been turned away by Bryson Williams. Chaparral's Brolin White with a big ground ball to keep it alive on offense for Chaparral. Now Avery Brown. 6-1 lead, Chaparral here. 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Gilbert Tigers, the 7th seed coming in. They have a record of 5 wins, 4 losses. Here's a big right hand, and Gilligan left it wide left. But backing up as usual was Blewett. Chaparral's leading point scorer this year. He has 2 points here tonight and has 36 points in total. And he's got it now out of X. 6-1 Chaparral. Defense applied by Sam O'Hare. Of course, the brother of Jackson O'Hare, 2 outstanding football players over at, ironically, they play for Perry High School. And Chaparral settling in, very patient in this possession-style offense, working it around, trying to get that great shot. Christian, and his left hand, no good. Out of play, backing up was Carter Smith. Smith, probably one of the quickest left-handed shooters in the state. Powerful left hand. His brother Spencer won 2 state titles a couple of years ago with the Brophy Broncos, and he too, that big left hand. Zach Weller throws it away and gives some credit on the defensive side by Ryland Mills, number 11, who races off. So they'll get those offensive middies in, and the Gilbert Tigers are going to lose it. Nope, they got the timeout just before Cade Blewin pushed Dante Montiel out of play. 3:19 on the clock, a 6-1 lead for the Firebirds, the home team. They scored the first 6 goals of this contest. And now Cade Blewett. And one of the things I really like out of Chaparral here tonight, as Dante is going to get a nice clear for his Tigers, they have aggressively attacked the ball through this entire first half on defense. Block getting the assignment. There's a takeaway, and Jeffrey Block with a takeaway and a ground ball. No whistle on the play. Neil Connell with some acrobatic moves out there to keep the possession alive for Chaparral. 6-1 lead, 5-point lead, flag down. A stoppage in play, and I believe this is our first penalty of the night. It's going to be a push against Gilbert, and it's going to go against Jacob Cochran. Just a 30-second infraction, but it's going to put Chaparral in a man-up situation, and they already lead by 5 here. 2 minutes left to go. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Felix over to Gilligan. Now Carter. Blewin coming out of X and off his face. And the turnover will give it back to Gilbert and should be able to kill this penalty here. Long pass up ahead and a great catch on the other end. Tremendous job. And now Bowyer started to look like he was going to throw it in. Both teams at full strength now. And he will set up the offense. I'll tell you what, as we wind down quarter number 2, I think the Tigers need to get one more score, cut this thing to a 4-point deficit going into the locker room. They can't afford to give up a goal here. And here's Christ going to work. He had it broken up. Connell got in there, a tremendous job, and a big-time ground ball, Justin Gray. Gray on the ride. Gray on the clear. Looking for an outlet. Gets it over to the far side, and it's picked off by Montiel. And then he turns it right back over to Trevor Wendt, who scored the game's first goal at the 11:26 mark in the first. Chaparral leads it 6-1. Final moments of the first half. Felix. Gilligan. I wonder if Chaparral would concede here and play for the final shot of the first half. They have been extremely patient offensively. Felix, big right hand, and he's got it. Tremendous job as he was working right and came up with a big right hand, and Charlie Felix scoring his second goal of the night. 43 and a half seconds left to go, and Chaparral leads it 7-1. Ian Nadell battling for face-off, and Gilbert finally got one, and that came at a good time. Let's see if they can convert here. 43 seconds left to go. Chaparral, as they are going to check Ian Nadell's stick, and you wonder if this came at the calling of the Gilbert Tigers coaching staff, led by, well, let's see here. I think this is going to be okay. So they're going to let Ian Nadell continue with that. It is Gilbert possession as they trail by 6. Now Coach Armenta over there might have said something. So on the restart, Gilbert in possession. 35 seconds left to go here in the first half. Brandon Biggs, 11 points coming in. Swimming through the defense. Over goal line, extended left, out of X. Bryson Palmer, good job by Plotkin. And the shot, he was able to free up that right hand, but he hits the turf hard. And we're going to get a slashing penalty against Jeffrey Block, and that's going to give the Tigers 14 seconds to end the first half in a man up. Of course, that will continue when we come back in the second half. That penalty will continue going into the third period, But they'll have 14 seconds here to put the ball in the back of the cage and cut the deficit to 2. Had a good look there. It was nicely broken up by Barrett Prosh. A great job on defense, 34 for Chaparral, and it is halftime. Chaparral dominated the first half, and they lead 7-1 on APN. Auto Glass Perfection is a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. From stone chip repair, glass replacement, to commercial fleet auto glass services, Auto Glass Perfection will meet and exceed your satisfaction. Plus, they accept all types of auto insurance. For more, go to agperfection.com. Welcome back to Chaparral's Firebirds Stadium. A 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. They're in the white uniforms with the red shorts, taking on the 7th seed Gilbert Tigers. In need of a victory, obviously, as the top 8 teams will be taken for the playoffs. And the first half marked by a tremendous job by this Chaparral team on face-offs. They won 9 of the first 10. And they win the first one to start the second half, and the third period is underway. Chaparral 7, Gilbert 1. The Firebirds come in here with a record of 8-2, and right now they have had losses to both Desert Vista and Brophy, the number 1 and 2 seeds respectfully. And the Chaparral Firebirds come in here pretty solid in that number 3 seed with Mountain Point at number 4. And they got out to a 6-0 lead. They got multiple goals from Cade Bluen, the sophomore, and the senior Charlie Felix, who also had an assist. Trevor Went scored. Felix had, like I said, Felix had 2. Smith had 1. Gray had 1. And we had assists from Felix, Carter Smith, and Noah Plotkin. The lone goal for the Tigers came nearly halfway through the second period of play when Gavin Christ, their leading scorer, scored his 25th goal of the year. So you're up to date on the scoring. Start the second half, and a big shot from the right hand of Russ Gilligan goes sailing over the crossbar, no good, but as they have done so effectively all night long, they have had somebody on that back line every time they have missed a shot. I think they've only had one shot here today. As Gray goes to work, he has a goal. Almost looked like a pass to Carter Smith, who was camped out in front of the crease. And nonetheless, that shot was turned away. And now Chaparral will get it with their second goalie now in there, the junior Wyatt Hill, and he's had a great year. He has saved over 71% of the goals against here in 2015. The Firebirds lead at 7-1 on our Arizona High School Lacrosse League Game of the Week, sponsored by Auto Glass Perfection. Gilligan with his second shot attempt and can't quite get off the schneid here tonight as he misses for the 4th time. Blew one out of X. Chaparral has been very, very patient on the most part here offensively. Gilligan again, and this time he had a good look as he breezed by Braden Biggs on defense, and again Chaparral gets the restart. They lead by 6. We're in the 3rd. Felix into Carter, who tried to shovel that one back towards the net, and it was picked up on the other end, and here come the Gilbert Tigers in desperate need to score here and score early. Trying to cut into a 6-goal lead. Christ takes the left hand, and he wasn't close. He might like to have that shot back again. Now Noah Plotkin will get the defensive assignment. They get it out front. A great pass. That was Bryson Palmer finding Gavin Christ, and they're on the board for the second time, and it's 7-2. Christ's second goal of the day coming from Bryson Palmer. Obviously his first assist. And it's 7-2 in favor of the Chaparral Firebirds as the lead has been cut to 5 for the second time. Now we'll see if the Firebirds can come back and counter that last goal. That was an impressive pass coming out of X. is Bryson Palmer with his 15th assist of the year. Here's a shot taken from the right-handed wing, and it's no good. Bryson Palmer with 17 goals and now 15 assists. Boy, as a coach, as Carter goes to work, and he left that one a little high. As a coach, you love it when you see a guy that has the ability to score like Bryson Palmer, but also has the ability to dish it out, so to speak. And 17 goals and 15 assists. That's you almost got a 50-50 ratio there. Gavin Christ, a big scorer, 26 goals and now 16 assists for him, number 15. Obviously, some guys, I mean, you got those Dodgers, you got some of these attack guys, you know, their job is to score. Much like Carter Smith, he's not going to get a lot of assists because of just really his role in the offense. Excellent ride. Gilbert with a build-up, and the shot, and the denial by Wyatt Hill. But the second shot coming on the rebound is good. What a tremendous rebound in the putback by Cochran. So that makes it a 7-3 game, and this is the closest they've been for a while. They haven't trailed by as many as 4 since, really, you have to go all the way back to the early stages of the second period, and we've got another penalty this second, an unnecessary roughness against Noah Plotkin, so he will sit for a minute. And all of a sudden now Gilbert's window of opportunity has opened up. They will be in a man up, but they continue to struggle at faceoff. They have lost 10 of the 11. Check that, 11 of the 12. Ian Nadell has been dominant here tonight from faceoff. He'll get it into the box. Looking for an outlet. Give it up to Justin Gray. Big, strong, long stick midfielder. So Gilbert right now in a man up, but they can't seem to get possession. Chaparral, in term, I brought up a term that's more of a football term, time of possession. You hear it all the time in football. But if we were tracking time of possession here tonight, I bet Chaparral's had it at least 3/4 of the time. I would say at least 70% of the time Chaparral has had the ball. Charlie Felix, 3 points here tonight on the strength of 2 goals. Coming in on the fly. And looked like the shot was just a little wide to the right. And Chaparral will restart it, leading 7-3. And ever since the Noah Plotkin 1-minute goal, which is about ready to expire, the Gilbert Tigers have not been in possession in their man up 1 single second. That is huge. And I'll tell you what, if Chaparral wins this game, you can come back to this stage of the contest as Gilligan looked like he wanted to take the shot. Bluen looking, and now pulling the trigger and finding the promised land is Zach Weller. Boy, the patient offense paid off. Weller's first goal of the contest coming at the 5:50 mark here in the third, 5:59 mark. And Bluen with another outstanding play. His first assist, he's got 3 points. Chaparral trying to gain possession on the faceoff, and an outstanding job walking the dog along the far side. And timeout Chaparral. They have won 12 of the 13 faceoffs. A little better than halfway through quarter number 3, and the Firebirds lead 8-3. Both teams in full strength coming out of the timeout. A tremendous job by Jeffrey Block, who has truly had a sensational evening here for the varsity Chaparral Firebirds. You're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week on APN. Another opportunity for Weller, the junior midfielder, who scored just a moment ago to get his team back up to 5. Bluen going to work. And what a look, and flashing out in front of the crease. We got a crease violation, but Scott Christian had the right idea. And an outstanding pass by Cade Bluen on the left-handed wing. I'll tell you what, I think Gilbert needed to score. I think if Gilbert scores after the Plotkin penalty, and they were in a man-up situation, Gilbert, I think the complexion of this game would have completely changed. Here's Gray, going to work, good ride. Gets it into the attack box and takes the big left hand. Good look. That was the right idea, and I don't think that Coach Gray, I don't think the offensive coordinator over here for Chaparral minds that Connor Klein, I don't think he minds Gray taking that shot. He can have that one all day long. Good save that time. Bryson Williams turning away Trevor Wendt. Bluen, and that one hit off the crossbar. Bluen will get the ground ball coming off that rebound. Get it up to Gilligan. Gilligan, nice scoop. Takes the overhand shot, but had it knocked away. I think Hayden Palmer may have disrupted that shot with 3:55 on the clock, and Chaparral continues to gain possession. Mitch Frokman-10 is in the game. Gilligan. And a nice job out front, Mitch Shreve on defense for Gilbert. Cade Bluen continues to just camp out an X, and he gets every one of those restarts for Chaparral. Firebirds lead by 5. 3.5 left to go here in quarter number 3. Chaparral trying to hold on to that number 3 seed. Of course, tomorrow night, our Arizona High School Lacrosse League. Oh, Gilligan looking to pass, and it slipped through Williams, and the score. And it might have been redirected by Cade Bluen. So Cade Bluen is going to get the goal. Gilligan on the assist, 9-3. How about that? On a redirected shot, I think Gilligan was shooting all the way. Gavin Christ, he has both goals, and he gets leveled after shooting that one. I'll tell you, this defense, I think ultimately what we've seen out of face-off and young number 30 Ian Nadell. Timeout with 3:02. Gilbert Tigers struggling here on the road. A loss here would put them 500 on the season at 5 wins, 5 losses. Excellent midfield defense. Justin Gray breaking that one up, and Brolin White with the big ground ball. Get it back to Gray. Wrapped up there, marked up by Jackson O'Hare. Carter Smith backing up, saves possession. Avery Brown going to work. Up top to Trevor Wendt. He's had an outstanding game. Good slide by Jackson O'Hare to pick him up, and Chaparral, unforced error, turns it over. Nine to 3, excuse me, is the score. 9-3 Chaparral. 6-goal lead, marking their largest lead of the contest. They led 7-1 after the Felix goal at the 43-second mark in the first half. Nice job by Plotkin. He's had a great year. Carter Smith, and the recipient of a Brant Bills pass. Carter's second goal of the contest comes with 1:50 left to go here in the third, and it's a 7-goal lead for Chaparral as they continue to play dominant lacrosse here on our Game of the Week. Gilbert has won just one face-off. Gray comes out of the fray. Smith lost it, who just scored a moment ago. Excellent job by Dante Montiel. Get it up to Blum. Blum with the right across the halfway line, and let's see if the Tigers can make a run here. They have not strung together. They haven't, well, they've only scored 3 goals. Good job. Wyatt Hill having an outstanding year, the junior goalie. Big ground ball. Brant Bills wanting to go all the way. That went off the upright. Carter over there. Well, I'll tell you, that's just a senior, just out hustling, using that outstanding speed that he has and that great first step. Chaparral continues to dominate on their possession, keeping possession. They're going to keep it here as Scott Christian gives it over to Carter. Carter will send it over to X. Not a very good pass that time, but able to corral it was Avery Brown. Brown going to work, spinning through 1, 2 defenders. Gets hit in the helmet, no call. Game time temperature, about 67 degrees. Felix moving right after going left, pulls the trigger, and the save. Excellent job, Bryson Williams, who, really, he's done a nice job here tonight. He's made some very impressive saves. And we are heading to the 4th as Chaparral leads 10-3. Stay with us. We'll be back. Auto Glass Perfection is a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. From stone chip repair, glass replacement, to commercial fleet auto glass services, Auto Glass Perfection will meet and exceed your satisfaction. Plus, they accept all types of auto insurance. For more, go to agperfection.com. Back at Chaparral High School, balanced scoring for the Firebirds, dominance in face-off, and a very, very strong defense and possession. Tremendous possession here tonight for Chaparral. They get another face-off victory. And Ian Nadell will lose it out in front of the crease. Chaparral trying to battle for this 50-50 ball. Gilbert. Carter Lyman, I thought, was going to scoop that one up, but that's a tough play to ask a pole to try to scoop up that thing when you got 2 or 3 short stick middies in the vicinity. Chaparral with a 10-3 lead. The 7-goal lead marks their largest lead of the contest. No one on this Chaparral team has scored more than 2 goals, though Bluen and Felix each with 3 points. Zach Bluen with 4 points here tonight. Got a couple assists. And they have been very patient. Actually, Bluen does have 3, and the shot taken by Gilligan is going to extend the lead 11-3. So Bluen with 3 goals here tonight and an assist. Felix 2 goals and an assist. But it's been balanced. They've had balanced scoring, and they lead it 11-3 here in the 4th period. Jackson O'Hare has made a lot of good plays here for this Gilbert Tiger team. So now you talk about the playoffs, as Cochran will restart for Gilbert. And right now, I mean, Desert Vista, Brophy, they're playing tomorrow night. That's our Arizona Lacrosse League game of the week. Big right hand, Jackson O'Hare rattles the back of the cage with a blistering shot past the goalie, and it is 11-4. For O'Hare, his 10th point of the season. Now, Chaparral, they're probably entrenched in that number 3 seed because they've lost to both Desert Vista and Brophy. So even if there's a tiebreaker there, they're going to lose that. Good job by Gray, de-sticking the offensive player. Ground ball, Neil Connell with the clear. get it into the offensive half. Bluen backing up, and boy, how much, just the small things, him backing up, and he has done this all night long. Every time Chaparral looks like they're going to lose it, Bluen is there to pick up a big ground ball. I find it hard to believe he only had 26 ground balls coming in. That's what the statistics say. Justin Gray had 59 coming into the game. Tigers, I don't think I doubt the Tigers have only had 32 ground balls the entire season in their 9 games. Of course, their stats are, and actually their stats are only good through the first 7. They haven't updated it the last 2 games. So, I say Gavin Christ has 40 goals. He probably has a few more than that. The stats just haven't been updated. I would imagine he's probably in the mid-40s now. He's got a couple of goals here tonight, so he might be pushing 50 now. You got Chaparral, talking about the playoffs, though. You got Chaparral right now firmly entrenched in number 3. It looks like they're going to hold on and win this game, though we still got a good chunk of the fourth quarter to play. And what about the job that Mountain Point has done this year? They are the 4th seed. The 5th seed would be Sabino, and Mountain Point has already beat them. Excellent play there by Avery Brown. Bluen got a good feed and a great close-in shot. He gets hammered on the play by Mitch Shreve, but not before he scores his 4th goal here tonight. And with 8:22 left to go in regulation, the Firebirds lead by 8. So the big question is, who is going to be the final 4 teams? Sal Point 7-4, but they lost to Sabino. Notre Dame is in the hunt. Obviously, the Gilbert Tigers are in the hunt. So it's going to be interesting. These last couple of games, next week, it's going to be really interesting. I think 1 through 3 probably already been settled, as it usually is in Arizona. Big question will be, if Brophy plays extremely well tomorrow, can they get the win? There's a shot and a score. Excellent play by Chandler Bowyer, who has his first point of the night, and that comes with 7:54 left to go, and it's 12-5. So I think it's going to be interesting. Notre Dame and Spencer Stanton over there, one of the top scorers. Gray comes up with a big ground ball off face-off X, but then loses it with some tenacious Gilbert Tiger defense. Tyler Cesar, and a timeout wisely taken by the Tigers as they trail by 7 with 7:38 left to go here in regulation. So it'll be interesting to see who can challenge Desert Vista and Brophy in those top 2 spots. You get the feeling if the Chaparral team can score against Brophy and Desert Vista, they've got a chance. They put up 8 or 9 points. In fact, I think they lost 14-8 against Desert Vista. But in the Brophy game a couple of weeks ago, game that we had here on the Arizona Lacrosse League Network, they were only able to put up 2 points in that game. But ever since then, they have been scoring almost at will, putting up 15 against Sabino on the road down in Tucson in their last game. So it's going to be interesting. If Chaparral's offense does their job, Chaparral's going to be a very dangerous team, and a team that you might see in the finals. Even though I think a lot of people will tell you Brophy and Desert Vista are the two big favorites, and Desert Vista is probably the favorite to win it all, but they don't play these games on a computer. They don't play them on paper. And I think it's going to be a fun playoffs. That goal does not count. And I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't see the official make any indication to why play was stopped all of a sudden. And we did not see, a lone lacrosse ball come into play. What a job by Wyatt Hill on the save. And a big-time ground ball, Trevor Wynn. As he is harassed defensively over there by Chandler Bowyer. He'll get it back over to Wyatt Hill. And Hill looks to clear for the Chaparral Firebirds. Taking on 3 defenders in the trip. And Austin Gray wisely calls the timeout. He saw Gilligan in trouble halfway through the 4th period of play. 12-5 Firebirds. Jeff Lowry back here from Firebird Stadium. So glad you could join us here. Game time temperature 64 degrees out on the field. On a very cool evening for Arizona High School lacrosse. A reminder that our next game tomorrow night, it will be the defending state champions, undefeated at 9-0, the Desert Vista Thunder taking on the undefeated 9-0 Brophy Broncos. Desert Vista riding a 27-game win streak, in-state record, of course, into tomorrow night's game against the Brophy Broncos. The Broncos have won 9 straight after losing in the championship game last year to Desert Vista. Desert Vista won their 2nd ever state championship, which gives us a good trivia question. Zach Weller, who has a goal here tonight, he'll give it up out of X. Cade Bloom with 4 goals here. Tried to V-cut his way in, but solid defense on that far side by Dante. Shot taken outside the net, and Williams will corral it for Gilbert. There are only 3 teams in league history that have won more than 1 state championship. Can you name them? Stolen in midfield, and Gray takes the shot. He's turned away by Bryson Williams of Gilbert. And the lead stays at 7. Gray has had a couple of good looks. Williams at times has been a tough nut to crack here tonight in goal for Gilbert. And a ground ball by Abel Adapi. Brolin White. Over to Avery Brown. Well, the team leading here tonight, the Chaparral Firebirds, have won a total of 7. That is the most in Arizona High School Lacrosse League history. Going back to the first year in 1999. Shot, saved, Williams, he corralled it. And Brant Bill's shot was successfully corralled by Bryson Williams. Send it all the way down the other end, Wyatt Hill. And the quick outlet pass. And here's Chaparral trying to add on to their 7-goal lead. Russ Gilligan. Of course, this team that has won the 2nd most state championships is the Brophy Broncos with 5. And then I said a moment ago, Desert Vista has won 2. If you're wondering who the other teams that have won a state championship, Phoenix Country Day School in the early days, Carter Smith with an impressive goal, and the lead is 13-5 with 2:53 left to play.
Number 9, Carter Smith.
Carter Smith's 2nd goal of the day. So Phoenix Country Day School had one. Saguaro High School, who beat Chaparral back in the early days, have the other. What does that make? 5? Only 5 teams have won a state championship in Arizona. I hope I'm not forgetting a team. Good save along the near side by Palmer. Quick pass, broken up by Abel. And the loose ground ball, Cole Roberts, senior defenseman. With Chaparral leading 13-5, final minutes of this contest. Nice ball by Biggs. Get it into the box. You talk about all these past champions, and it's amazing that the backdoor pass looked good. Eventually corralled by Brant Bills. And Bill's being double teamed on that far side. And a takeaway for Gilbert. And they had a chance with Bryson Palmer out front, and they lose it out of play. Chaparral won the first state championship back in 1999. Desert Vista beat Chap in 2000. Phoenix Country Day School in 2001 beat Tucson. Chaparral beat Dobson 14-7 in 2002. Saguaro, one of the great teams in league history in 2003, beat a very good Chaparral team 10-7 over at Scottsdale Community College. And then Chaparral went on a 3-year run of dominance, 04, 05, 06, the Jeff Stroop era. And the 14th goal of the night belongs to Brolin White. Then, for those of you who have been around for a while, as Avery Brown gets the assist with 1 minute to go, Brophy won it both seasons over Chaparral. Chaparral had went to the state championship game a total of 7 years in a row. Check that, 8 years in a row. And that mark was tied by Brophy last year when they went to their 8th consecutive state championship.
Very good hustle.
But Brophy, remember, they got Hunter Rogers, who transferred after his sophomore year, went on to play Division I lacrosse. He had won 2 titles as a freshman and sophomore at Chaparral, went to Brophy, led them to back-to-back titles, which was the first 2 that they had had in their school history. Chap upset Brophy in 2009 and in 2011. Overall, Chap has 7. This is all Division I, by the way. Chap with 7, Brophy 5, DV with 2. And real quick, if I can get this in, the D2 champs have been Glendale, Notre Dame, Catalina Foothills, Sal Point, Tanca Verde, which is actually Sabino now, and Hamilton. So we haven't even had a repeat champion in Division II. And that's it. The contest is over. Chaparral, in impressive fashion, defeats Gilbert 14-5. They go to 8, make that 9-2. Gilbert drops to 5-5. Stay with us for our postgame coming up next on APM. Reserve your next sporting event today with APM Video Sports. Call 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apmvideo.com. Our athlete recruitment films have paved the way to over $35 million in scholarship offers. Time now for the Arizona Lacrosse League Big Play of the Week, powered by Auto Glass Perfection. So the Gilbert Tigers looking to clear, and a loose ball, ground ball picked up by Plotkin at midfield, races into the attack zone. He finds Bluen, who goes him. Chaparral Firebirds win 14-5. The offensive coordinator for the Firebirds, Connor Klein, joins me now. And Coach, just tell us where you think Chap Lacrosse is at this point of the season.
Well, the boys are they're playing hard, and we're really picking up some momentum going into the late stages of the season. So where we are right now, we are riding that momentum wave, and we're on our way up. We're not at the climax yet, and I don't want to be expecting the climax until we're mid-May. So we're going to keep working hard, putting in the time in practice, running hard, getting prepared to compete with the big dogs out there. So, we're here to work.
You talk about competing with the big dogs, and obviously talking about Brophy and Desert Vista. What's it going to take for this team here to compete at that level as we head into the 2015 playoffs?
Well, for these guys, they got to know that they can play with those guys. They got to play confident, and they got to know that, we can dodge on anybody. We can D up anybody on those squads. And when they play with confidence, no one can stop them. We've been playing some pretty good competition lately, and we've been putting up some large amount of goals. So these guys are playing confident, and we're going to stay confident.
Chaparral, a lot of talent on this team, obviously, as you go into the final week here, 9 wins, 2 losses. But from an offensive standpoint, who has to step up here in these last couple of games and going into the playoffs?
Well, we've had some great senior leadership all year long. Charlie Felix has been great. So we're going to keep putting the ball on his stick, make him make some plays out there. Carter Smith, you've been seeing it's weird not seeing him get a hat trick. And Justin Gray, I want to get that ball on his stick often. And these guys, you can count on them. They're going to make plays and they work together and they elevate the team. And everybody steps up to their level of talent.
The Arizona Big Play of the Week is powered by Auto Glass Perfection.